You don't talk about it, but every morning your body reminds you. Pouring coffee hurts. Buttoning a shirt feels like lifting weights. You sit quietly in bed, waiting for your joints to wake up. But what if the problem isn't just age? It's what's happening while you sleep? As a rheumatologist, I've seen patients push through morning pain for years, thinking it's normal. But new research shows your inflammation spikes while you sleep, not when you move. And if you wait to move until the pain fades, you're unknowingly making it worse. Let me explain why. 1. The inflammatory spike. While you sleep, at first glance, it doesn't make sense. You lie still all night. You didn't fall, twist, or strain anything. And yet, you wake up with joints that feel like they've been through a battle. The truth is, they have. According to a 2022 study from the Mayo Clinic, patients with rheumatoid arthritis experience up to 300% higher levels of inflammatory cytokines during the night. Your body's immune system doesn't rest when you do. It ramps up, triggered by your circadian rhythm. This internal clock, meant to regulate healing, misfires in those with chronic inflammation. It releases chemicals like TNF-alpha and interleukin-6, which build up silently while you sleep. By morning, your joints are stiff not because they were overused, but because they were under attack in the dark. And it's not just people with diagnosed arthritis. As we age, even mild degeneration in the joints can react to this nighttime flood of inflammation. Think of it like this. Your joints are a riverbed. All night the current slows, debris settles, cytokines, swelling, tension. By morning, the flow is blocked. Until movement clears the silt, your river stays clogged. This is why the first step out of bed can feel like stepping through cement. And why so many seniors say things like, "I feel 90 years old at 7 a.m., but by 10, I'm human again." Here's what most people get wrong. They wait. They stay in bed longer, hoping the pain will fade. But that stillness only gives the inflammation more time to settle deeper. That's why the solution begins before you even sit up, something we'll cover in the next segment. But before we go on, pause with me. Have you ever wondered why your mornings feel so much harder than your afternoons? It's not just aging. It's a pattern your body follows, but you can interrupt it. Understanding what happens while you sleep is the first step to changing what happens when you wake. Your joints aren't cursed. They're just caught in the wrong rhythm, and we're about to reset the beat. 2. Your joints are like rusty hinges. Martha, 68, once joked that her knees sounded like a popcorn machine in the morning, but her smile faded when she said, "It's not just the sound. It's the fear that I won't catch myself if I slip." What Martha and millions of others are feeling is biomechanical truth. Every joint in your body is lined with a precious substance called synovial fluid. It's often described as your body's liquid ball bearings. Its job is to lubricate, cushion, and glide your bones against each other, silently and smoothly. But here's what happens while you sleep. Your body temperature drops. Blood flow to the joints slows. The synovial fluid begins to thicken, like honey left in a cold kitchen. By morning, that once smooth lubrication has stiffened into something sticky. When you try to move, your bones don't glide, they grind. And that first movement, it feels like trying to bend a rusty hinge. But here's the key. Movement is the oil. Gentle motion rewarms the fluid, spreads it evenly, and melts stiffness from the inside out. According to Harvard Health, early movement helps redistribute synovial fluid and kickstarts microcirculation inside the joints. The earlier you start, the faster your body recovers its rhythm. Imagine it like this. Your knees are frosted windows, blurred and brittle from the night. The sun doesn't thaw them, you do, with intentional motion. But many seniors do the opposite. They wait, they stay still. And in doing so, the stiffness becomes their morning identity. You deserve better. In the next segment, I'll guide you through a 5-minute bedside ritual, one that requires no equipment, no standing, and no pain. But before we go there, pause again. When you stand up in the morning, does your body resist or cooperate? What if it's not weakness, but simply a system that needs warming, not waiting? The hinge isn't broken, it's just cold. And it remembers how to move when you help it remember gently. 3. The 5-minute bedside ritual. that changes everything. For years, Martha would wake, freeze, and brace herself. She waited for the pain to dull before rising. But after weeks of trying something new, something so simple it felt silly, she whispered, "I stopped dreading my mornings." So what changed? Not her medication, not her diagnosis. Just 5 quiet minutes before getting out of bed. This is the bedside thaw, a gentle biology-based practice that reactivates your joints before gravity ever touches them. Let's walk through it together. Step 1. Accordion hands, still lying down. Slowly open and close your hands 10 times, like squeezing a soft ball. Feel the stretch in the joints of each finger. This warms the tiny synovial pockets in your knuckles and wrists. Why it works. This pumps fluid gently through hand joints, especially helpful for those with arthritis or morning numbness. Step 2. Wrist rotations, eyes still closed. Imagine turning a doorknob. Rotate both wrists in slow, wide circles, 5 times each direction. Why it works. Circular motion mimics joint washing, helping redistribute thickened synovial fluid from night immobility. Step 3. Heat touch, optional but powerful. Keep a microwavable rice sock or bean bag under your pillow. Warm it the night before. Gently press it to knees or hands as you stretch. Why it works. A light heat source mimics sun exposure on muscle fibers, improving blood flow and allowing deeper tissue release. Cost: $1 DIY time, under 5 minutes. Result: confidence returns before your feet hit the floor. A case study from Hospitals, 2024, found that seniors who did ankle rotations and hand stretches at bedside for just 3 weeks reported 40% less morning stiffness improved, confidence walking, fewer accidental wobbles in the first hour of the day. Here's your invitation. Try this tomorrow. Don't rush to stand, just stretch, breathe, melt. And maybe, like Martha, you'll stop fearing the floor beneath you. Have you ever given your body time to wake before demanding that it move? If not, this is your moment. You don't have to fight your mornings anymore. You can soften into them with movement that remembers your worth. Before we move on, have you ever tried moving before getting out of bed? Just drop a yes if you've ever felt a difference, or a no if this is new to you. Your story might help someone else feel less alone. 4. When your body feels like a stranger. Angie used to be a nurse, always moving, always helping. Now, she says the hardest part of her day isn't walking, it's reaching for the light switch. When my arthritis is flaring, I can't even make lunches for the kids. It's enough to make me cry. Her words echo a quiet pain many seniors carry, not just in their joints, but in their sense of self. Because when your body refuses to cooperate, you don't just feel stiff, you feel betrayed. The slow, aching friction between how you remember moving and how you move now creates a quiet grief no one warns you about. And it shows up in small, heartbreaking ways. Avoiding breakfast prep, letting voicemail go unanswered. Canceling a walk with a friend because your knees feel off. This isn't laziness, it's loss of trust, spontaneity, and identity. But here's the truth. Your body isn't your enemy. It's just trying to communicate in the only way it knows: resistance, hesitation, tension. And when we meet that resistance with warmth, not war, healing begins. Think of your joints like frosted windows. When fog covers the glass in the morning, you don't replace the window, you warm the room, and clarity returns. Movement is that warmth, and rituals, even gentle ones, are the thermostat. Let's ask something softly. Does your body feel like a trusted friend or a stubborn stranger each morning? And what would it feel like if it welcomed you instead of bracing against you? Because inside you, the memory of ease still lives. And with each small thaw, a stretch, a breath, a choice, you remind your body that you're still a team. You may not move like you once did, but you can move with grace, trust, and presence. Starting from the first breath of your day. Your mornings don't have to begin in silence and stiffness. They can begin in motion, in memory, in gentle trust. You don't need 20 steps. You don't need to be pain-free. You just need a few quiet minutes before you rise. Start with breath, then stretch, then stand. Try the 5-minute ritual tomorrow. And if you do, tell us. How did your body feel after? Your comment might be the encouragement someone else needs to try. You're not aging out of movement. You're waking back into it. May your mornings thaw softly, and your body, remember who you are.